Hi everyone, this is Jim. Just wanted to make this short video to let you guys know I was going to take a vacation for about a week, so I won't be uploading videos during that time. I encourage you to go back, check out some of my old videos and the playlists that I've put together, see if there's any content there that you've missed or want to refresh. And also I have a new channel, Jim Plays Go. I'll put a link in on this video, where you can go check it out. If you're interested in Go at all, it's for the absolute beginner. So it's starting from the beginning, playing the game. I used the first 12 videos from this channel, the Jim Plays Go videos, and then I've added to that. So I've got 15 videos up there now. Let's to have a little chess content, I decided to put a puzzle up. So let's talk about the puzzle here. It's White's turn to move, and your job is to find the best move for White. Okay, pause the video if you want some time to think about it. It's actually not all that obvious, but see if you can spot the idea, even if you can't work out every last detail. Okay, I'm giving the answer away now, so last chance to pause the video. The move here is queen to f8 check. And the basic idea and the way the game went, this is taken from one of my Blitz games, is that black takes the queen, and then you take with the rook, chasing the king to h7, the only square, and then rook to h8 is mate. And a very pretty mate. That's why I like this puzzle a lot. The knight is protecting the rook is attacking the king, and the bishop is protecting the knight. So, and all of black's pieces over here in the little clump, helpless to do anything about it, because that was all with check. So that was the little puzzle that I was impressed with that, and I saved it. And then I looked at it with the chess engine, and the chess engine says, well, black doesn't have to take the queen. The king can move to h7. So this is where the puzzle gets tough. That part, you should have been able to spot the main idea, which is queen here check, sack the queen, and mate the king on h7. But what if the king runs to h7 right away? And the answer is there's still a forced mate here. And there's several different moves in mate. I will show the quickest one, I guess, because it's kind of cute. And if you want to play around with this position, you can find maybe some of the others. You know, some of them run 10 to 15 moves. But the quickest mate from here is knight to e7 check. And the reason why there's so many different ways of mating is because there's a lot of different discovered checks you can make with the knight, and it just turns out that this one is the best of the discovered checks. So the king has no moves, and so the diagonal needs to be blocked. And the way to put up the stiffest resistance and to make this last the longest is to actually block with the queen. And after queen here, then the trick is not to take with the bishop. It's kind of your natural instinct, because the bishop will just get traded off. There's a bishop here, and the pieces you're left with, the rook and the queen and the knight, are not so well coordinated. Now what you want to do is you want to give up the rook here so that you're left with the bishop. And there's often an idea in mating attacks that sometimes one or another piece will be clumsy. Often it's the rook, so sometimes you're giving up the rook in order to have a minor piece that's more effective in delivering the mate. Okay, so after rook takes, there's this threat of a discovered check and mate again. So black takes the queen. This is putting up the stiffest resistance. And now the funny move, rook to f7 check. So you move the rook out of the way, but staying on this file, pinning this pawn so it can't move. The knight is guarding these squares so that they can't move. And now it's all over. He can block once more with the bishop to f5, but after bishop takes, the king finally has to move. And since it can't come to these squares, it can't protect the rook, and then you take the rook with mate. So this is just a mate delivered by the bishop and the rook, but the knight was needed there to guard those escape squares as the king tried to escape. So if we back up to that position here, after queen to f8 check, and then the king escaping to h7, what about other checks? For example, it seems like knight to h4 check would be pretty natural, because it also controls, the knight from e7 and also from h4 controls these two squares on the diagonal, which seems useful. It seems like that's a critical diagonal. So why isn't knight h4 check just as good as the other one? Well, as usual, the computer finds ways to prolong the misery, and the queen can come here with check. And then after you take, the rook takes, the bishop, not the queen. And so you're winning by material count. You've got a queen, a rook, and a knight versus a rook, a bishop, and a bishop. So you have a queen for a minor piece. But still the mate there's no more mate in 3. It now takes several moves to organize these pieces and get a mate going. So that was just an example. But that knight e5, or rather knight to e7 check leads to a mate in 5. So anyway, cute position. Hope you guys liked this video, and well, I'll see you when I get back.